started in this tutorial. Like I said, it's going to be a get ready with me, but I'm just kind of going to talk through with you guys. This way it could be more laid back, more a little bit longer, a little bit talking through with you guys. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be applying my Angel Veil Primer. This one's from NYX. I use it all the time because it's really affordable and I feel like it works nice on the skin. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my hand like that, rub it all in, and put it onto my skin. First I start off by doing it like on this cheek area, and then I do feel like I have to add more for the other parts of my face. It's not like a crazy creamy consistency, it's a little bit more of like a smoother pasty type, but it does make your skin feel like super baby doll smooth, which is always great. I'm not sure if it has any like pore filling effects in it, but I do feel like when I put it on, it kind of minimizes my pores, but I don't think it says in here that it has any of that. It just says treat your skin to this ultra velvety oil-free primer, feels lighter than a cloud and leaves skin looking and feeling divine, which I definitely feel like it does. It feels nice and moisturizing. Previous to this, which I didn't get on camera, I did apply my moisturizer, which I do before any makeup that I apply on my face. Now, sometimes I do eyes first, sometimes I do skin first. Today I'm going to go in with the skin because I really want to focus on having a flawless look. Since this is going to be for a wedding, you want to make sure when you're dancing and everything like that, that all of your makeup stays on. So I'm going to be mixing two foundations today. I'm going to be mixing the NARS Sheer Glow in the shade Fiji and Born This Way by Too Faced in the shade Light Beige. I'm just gonna squirt it on my hand. For today, I usually do have one of like those palettes that I mix the colors on when I have that. But right now I have all this lighting set up and it's on the other side of all this equipment. So it's gonna be a little difficult to get over there. So we're just gonna go the old school way using our hands. So as you can see there, I just put a little bit of each and I'm just mixing them on the back of my hand. Then I'm taking a Morphe G2 brush and I'm just dabbing that onto the face to put all of that foundation on. So you guys are just going to see this side of my face I do first, and then I'll go on to the other side. I do like to take my foundation, put it like on the tops of my eyelids, just because I have like dark veininess up there. So I just want to blend that out and make sure it's flawless. So I'm not going to go in with any more foundation because it is actually about like 90 degrees here today. So between that, being at a wedding and everything like that, it's going to be a little too much makeup if I apply on multiple layers. So like I said, I'm just going to keep this particular finish and lightness on the skin. And now I'm going to go in with contouring. I'm going to go in with a little bit of cream contour. Now because this is going to be, like I said, wedding guest makeup, I do like to go a little more extra on these days because it is going to be taking pictures and being out all night. So we want to make sure we focus on that. Also, I've been having a brush that I've been really obsessing over, and it's the Sigma concealer brush, the F70. I don't use this one for concealer. You guys know I use the MAC one for my concealer because it's a little bit bigger since I do have a wide area to cover. But for cream contour, this works so good, especially for the nose. So I'm going into the NARS concealer in the number Dark 2. Alright, so I just did the lip area. As you can see, it's almost like overlining my lips. That's kind of what I do. It's going to create a shadow to make you look like you have more of a pout. And onto the nose. So that's one side, and now the other side. And then I like to just bring it down on the tip over here like this. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and blend it. And I'm just going to be taking a stippling brush for this and just buffing that all into the skin. I like to make sure it looks really natural. So using a stippling brush, I feel really does that for me. You barely could even tell you have like that contour shade in. And then when we go in with powders, that's of course when we're going to deepen that all up. Make sure you don't blend it like crazy where you can't see any of the brown at all, because then that's kind of going to defeat the purpose, because we are, like I said, going to be going in with highlight, and that's going to help with that. Also, side note, this brush, I like that it's a stippling brush. I like that it's super tiny. It's the MAC, I believe. It's kind of scratched off now. I think it's the 130, but it does shed like crazy. So I'm actually going to look for one from Sigma, because they should have something like this that I probably will like a lot better, because those brushes don't shed on me. You guys know those are my favorites. I've used them since day one in all of my tutorials. So we're going to take 2 concealers. This has been my go-to concealing routine lately. It's the Tarte Shape Tape and the Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo Concealer. Both of them together, absolutely beautiful. So first I'm going to be going in with the Lock It Tattoo Concealer. And I like to take that on a larger concealer brush. So let me just see if I can find it here. Perfect. As you can see, this one's just a little bit flatter and a little bit larger than, let me just put side by side, the Sigma one. Then this Sigma one, the shape's slightly different. So this one is great for under the eyes, and this one, like you saw, it was perfect for putting any type of contouring. It works so great. It makes my life so much easier with that. So we're just going to be applying this under the eye area. I'm not used to talking when I do my makeup, so this is a lot harder than I thought. Please get ready with me while I talk. I do it a while on my channel, and I actually wasn't talking at all in that one. And now I kind of know why, because it was much easier. So as you guys can see, as usual, I go down the sides of my nose. That is really going to help slenderizing the nose area, because if you have the illusion of the same color under your eye and you bring it down the sides, it's going to look almost like this whole area is one. So they won't look separated, and the nose just blends in with that under eye. So I applied the Kat Von D. Then I'm going to put that brush away, because the Tarte one has a wand applicator, so I don't need a concealer brush for that. And then I do like to smudge off the excess, because a lot of product comes out on this. You guys can see it's a really big wand. And then I'm just going to do 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. And taking a damp beauty blender. Mine, I used it earlier, so it's big, it's not as soaked, and it has nice makeup all over it already. So I'm just going to be dabbing that in, as you guys know I usually do. And blending, it just basically blends those 2 concealers in together, and I feel like it gives a really flawless finish. As you guys know, if you've watched my How to Cover Dark Circles video, you know that it was kind of like a 4-step routine. It was a little excessive, but it worked amazingly at covering my dark circles. So now this one is only 2 steps. So if you guys like it, let me know. I could do an in-depth tutorial using these 2 products, so you can see exactly how they work and all of that good stuff. I do like to apply it on the lid area as well. This Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, for applying to the upper eyelid area, it works so good. It gets rid of any veins, any darkness, and it's the perfect primer for any eyeshadow. Now I'm going to take the Tarte Shape Tape again, and I'm just going to be highlighting the rest of the areas of my face, once again wiping off all that excess. I like to do the chin, for the lip, down the nose. Just do kind of dotting motions, because it doesn't apply so much product. And my hair is getting in the way. For this larger areas like the chin, the forehead, I like to take the bigger side of the Beauty Blender. It just blends it out a lot nicer and more natural looking. So the forehead. Also, on a side note, while I'm doing this, and you guys are like probably looking at my nails, I'm not sure even if the camera's picking up or not, but my nails are pretty bad right now. I'm in need of a major fill. I'm kind of gonna do zoom in so you really could feel how bad they are. So, like I said, I'm in major need of a fill-in. If you follow me on Snapchat, you'll see that a couple of days ago I actually painted my nails to kind of avoid the looking like I need a fill kind of thing. I had to apply like 4 coats to try and make it look somewhat presentable. And then, what do you know, an hour later I had to go wash dishes and one hand just smudged and got gross. So I decided to just take all the polish off and leave them au natural. But it's really not looking good. I don't know what to do. I've been on this hunt for a good nail person, but I can't seem to find. I've tried about 3 different places and they haven't really worked out for me. And then Makeup Forever bronzer on a large dual fiber brush, and it just blending that into the skin. I feel like, alright, now I'm going to go in with a powder contour. I know it's a lot of steps, guys, but this is a formal evening, so I do put in the extra work to get that flawless finish. So now I'm going to take the Anastasia contour kit and the color Fawn. That's kind of the only color I use in this contour palette. Sometimes when I'm really tan, I'll mix a couple of the others with Fawn, but never on their own because they're just a little too dark for me. And I'm just going to be taking the NARS ITA brush and buffing that into the cheekbones. That's it for the contouring. Now I'm going to go in with my highlighter. You guys know that I like to highlight before I apply my blush, just because it goes in a lot smoother and it blends out a lot nicer. And then if I feel like I need a little something else to amp it up, I'll go in with that. So for the highlight today, I'm going to be taking Glow Getter and Forever Young from the Anastasia Nicole Guerriero palette. And just this fan brush. I believe it's from e.l.f. Yes, it's just an e.l.f. fan brush. It works great and it's super affordable. So I'm just blending that into those areas. Down my nose. Cupid's bow. The blush that I'm using has been my go-to favorite blush lately. It is the Cora de Rosa Aurora powder from Sigma. It's considered a face powder because you can pretty much apply it as a shadow, as a blush, whatever you'd like. I love applying it as a blush. I'm going to go in with a very light hand with this because I don't want to have too much in the very beginning and just build on up. As you guys can see, it's a very, very natural type of blush. So it'll look really pretty with pretty much any makeup look that you do. Now I'm going to go in with my brows. For brows, I've been really loving the Benefit. It does take a little getting used to in the beginning, I will say, because it is like this pomade type of style. So you need to have a little more precision and be a little more careful because a lot of product does come out. I'm trying to go for like a different kind of shape with my brows. I'm not exactly sure what I want to be doing with them today. If I'm gonna go for like thicker or my usual like on the more medium side with an arch. We're just gonna see what happens. So far, I'm hating how this brow is coming out. See if I can fix it. It's looking a little too round for me. Let's see. Let's try the other brow and then we'll see what we can do. I'm not particularly in love with this little applicator that it comes with, but I can't find the brow brush that I usually use, hence why I'm having some difficulties right now. The reason I actually started using this is because I was using the Anastasia Brow Wizzes, which I do absolutely love, especially like if you're in a rush and need to get out of the house quickly. You can pop a brow on and you know it's going to look great and it's super easy to create the shape that you want. But those things, they just go so fast. I feel like you spend like $24 and no exaggeration, in probably like 8 weeks, it was totally gone for me. This one, on the other hand, like I said, a little bit goes a long way. So it's going to last you, which is always great. To be honest, guys, I don't know what I created today, but we're just gonna go with it. I didn't want to go with all black because to me, I feel like I wear that all the time and I don't want to be so traditional and boring every time. So I picked something that had like some red roses on it and has that plunging V neck. So I feel like it's something a little bit different, but still simple and classic. So for the eyes, I'm going to be taking the Sigma Warm Neutrals palette. This palette can literally be worn for anything. This is my go-to travel palette. So I'm going to be taking the shade Sugar Milk. So I'm just applying that all over the lid. And this is in a Morphe M503 brush. So applying that to both eyes. Now for my transition shade, I'm going to be taking the Sigma. Sorry, these Sigma brushes are very well loved, as you can see. Not even sure if the camera's gonna pick it up, but you can't even see the writing at this point. So as little as I see it, I'm gonna tell you guys, Tapered Blending E40. And I'm going to be taking the shade Cinnamon. So blending that right into the crease area. I wanna say this one I blend, like, as you can see, I'm not going into the actual crease, like literally right above it and up towards the brow bone. You don't want to go all the way up into the brow bone because that first color that we applied is going to give like a slight brow highlight. Now onto the outer area, I'm going to be taking the color the color Optimistic. So for the color Optimistic, I'm going to be using this Sigma E25. This is my go-to brush. Literally, if I have to pick one brush in my life to live with, it would definitely be this one. This one I can use to blend out any type of shadows, create a full eye look. I can apply it flat to do all over the lid. I can even blend out my concealer with it. It's just my go-to brush. So like taking the color Russet. So it's like this burgundy shade, and I'm going to be buffing that into the outer V area. So as you can see there, this one truly is going into the crease. As you can see, I'm pushing this brush into my crease area. Taking the color Warm Stone. So this is actually the dark, I want to say the darkest color in the palette, and it has little glitter shimmers in it. That's what made me really love it. I want to use it today. So all over the lid. You could apply this over even the color that we applied in the outer V and bring it up towards the crease. For now, you're not doing any type of blending into the crease, just towards that crease. I'm gonna go a little bit closer so you guys can see. I really like to push it onto that eye socket. This way the whole lower lid is covered in that color. So alright, once you have that, we're going to go on to the lower lash line, and we're going to be taking the color Russet once again and buffing that into the lower lash line. Sorry I can't talk to you guys when I do this, so pretend that you're in my beauty room and we're just not talking to each other because we're both doing our eyeliners. Eyeliner. Alright, sorry guys, but my camera just died and I did not realize it was not recording me applying my false lashes and my mascara. So I just popped on the Demi Wispy's Double Up lashes, just apply them with my Duo Lash Glue. If you guys feel like they look crazy dramatic, that is only because I actually got a lash lift, and when I apply mascara to my actual lashes now and apply falsies, it literally looks like I have like 4 coats of false lashes on, if you can see that. So my eyes, I do feel like they came out a little more smoky than I would have liked, especially because I am going to be doing, like I said, a red lip to go with the dress. But we're just gonna keep working through it. I'm gonna go in with the MAC Cherry Lip Pencil. And we're gonna do that first just to line the lips. I don't like to go past my lip line. Like, I'm not someone that likes to like overdraw their lips. I like to just go with my natural lip line, even though I don't have Angelina lips. That's okay. Now for lipstick. I'm kind of contemplating what I want to do. I really want to use the Guerriero because it's matte and it's a really pretty red that I feel like matches perfectly with the roses that are on the dress, but I know this is limited edition, so I feel really bad doing that to you guys. So I think I'm just gonna go in with the NARS Cruella Velvet Matte Lip Pencil, just because you guys can get that. So if you like it, you can purchase it. Alright, so now we're done with the lips. Also, this is very moisturizing, so if you guys don't like things that are drying on the lips, definitely go for that, even though it's supposed to be like a matte. The face is totally done. I think we are finished, and I'm happy with the way my makeup is. I'm just going to kind of spritz it with a setting powder, but it is behind the camera, so I'm going to be doing that off camera. And then I am going to just be wearing my hair straight with some extensions tonight. I'm going to pop on the dress so you guys could kind of see a little sneak peek of it. And then I'll just probably insert some pictures. I'll take some pictures later and just insert. This way you could just see the full-on outfit, and I'll have the details linked down below, as I always do with anything that I'm wearing if I'm showing an outfit in a video. And I hope you guys enjoy this get ready with me. If you want to see more of them, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you aren't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to hit that button. It would mean so much to me. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!